I'm Melinda Serico, and my traditional area is up on the Sunshine Coast, and my family area is out at Kenilworth. We're from the Dala people, the Dalambara people, and yeah, so with this possum skin cloak project, I just found the journey absolutely wonderful. It all started with a friend of mine, Carol, who came to me, who's doing her PhD, and she asked me, she said, did you know about possum skin cloaks in your area? Because she'd come across a lot of information on southeast Queensland, and I said to her, oh, look, I do know that we did use kangaroos, but I'm not too sure about the possum skins, but we can ask Dad. So we went and asked Dad, and Dad said, yeah, Auntie Doreen used to tell us about it and whatnot. And so it started, and then I looked at Carol and I said, any chance we can be involved, our group, with the project? And she said, yeah. So the following week we thought, oh, okay, we'll go up to country. I said, we've got to go up to country and get the feel about it and that. And it just so happened at that time the Sunshine Coast Council was doing a information program out at Kenilworth at that stage. So we thought we'd go up. So we went up there and inquired about it and some of the locals were really interested and supported it, and I thought, oh, well, this sounds good, you know, going quite well so far. And as we were leaving Kenilworth, I said to Carol, I said, just drop into this lady's place. I said, she might have some information in regards to possum skin rugs and clothes. So we get in there and she's home. She said, yeah, she welcomed us in and we're told about what we're intending to do. And she said, oh, I've got some papers here if you want to go through them. So anyway, we said, oh, great. So she went and got the papers and she brought them back out to the dining room table, and there were just hundreds of them. And we just looked at each other and said, how are we going to find, we've got to go through all this. So anyway, we looked and we saw it a bit, and I said, oh, okay. She picked up some papers, I picked up some papers. Second one we came across, Kabi Kabi possum skin rugs were used, and we went, great. So I made some inquiries with this other person, and she said, you were quite welcome to come up and go through all her husband's scrapbooks. So Carol and me got in the car again, and we get up there. She had scrapbooks everywhere, and we just sat on the floor, and we're going looking at all these scrapbooks, going, where do we start? And I thought, oh, geez. Anyway, we were there for a while, and then we had to get home, so I grabbed 6 of them, and I said, look, I'll go through them this weekend. So we get home, and next morning I woke up, and I thought, oh yeah, okay, I'll have a look. I went through the first one, nothing there, but going through these scrapbooks with all these clippings was just so interesting, and that with all the news clippings. Second scrapbook I opened up, there was the exact article I was looking for, and at the top of it, it had the actual reference. It had the publisher, it had the book, and it had even the page number. And I thought, oh, great. So I rang up Carol, I said, you wouldn't believe it. I said, I just found it. She said, you're joking. I said, no, this is great. And I said, I need to go to State Library now to see if we can find the book. So we met up here, and we went up and we went to the State Library. And I said, would you have this book here? And she looked and she says, look, I don't know of it, but I'll check. So we're waiting, and then she comes around and she says, yes, we've got the original book. and I couldn't believe it. We got the actual original book, had to wear the gloves and that, and the book, 128 years old, and there it was. So that was the start of our journey. So we produced that to State Library and that, and it was just wonderful. Us getting together, working on this cloak has just been absolutely wonderful. It's brought us all close together, and we've, it's like solving the world. We've done all our family connections through it, swapped and learnt from each other on different cultural knowledge, talking about our traditional artworks. That's a very important one, because that was pretty much lost, but we're starting to bring that back, and sharing and showing areas, things like that. And the ochre painting, a lot of people haven't done much of traditional ochre painting, bringing that back. Oh, we've had debates, we've had some fiery debates around the cloak, we've had all sorts of things. It's just been absolutely wonderful, all the sharing and the gathering, and we've had some sad things, we've had lots of laughs and all that. But we got together and we thought about, how about we just have it all flowing, because traditionally it all flows together, because we even got traditional foods in there and that, and so that's what we thought. We've gotten permission from each person who's done the artwork. We're not allowed, you don't go and do something on other people's artwork. So we've sat down and we've worked out what the ideas, and if it's all right, we go on to the other skins and all that. So we've really worked together on this, and yeah, sometimes there was one day there was one space we were trying to work out what to put there, and we spent 3 hours trying to come up a suitable artwork to go in it. And anyway, thought about it, we came to a conclusion, yeah, okay, we'll put this in. So I started working on it, and it just would not work. Every time I tried, it just didn't work, and that. And with me, usually after a time, it's like it's not meant to happen. And I gave up. Next minute, I got a phone call, and it was a young little girl, only 12 years old. She said, "I'd like to do something." I said, "And who are you?" And it ended up turning out that spot, which we were trying to fill, was her cousin. So the little generations of 2 cousins are on the same skin now, which is absolutely wonderful. And it'll just be absolutely great to revitalise this culture. And you can really feel the, when you're wearing it, and we all wear it, this real connection, spiritual connection, and that, and we've taken it back up to country and all that, and it's just been really good, that real spiritual connection to land with it, and it's brought us all closer together and that. And for generations, this is absolutely going to be great for the next younger generations, for them to learn and hopefully carry it on, because when babies are born, you can start making your family cloaks and that, and have it all passed down.